What up, beautiful peeps? You guessed it. It's time for a Rayma Rant. So for my first rant, I figured I'd talk about something I'm passionate about. And anyone that knows me knows I love some good old-fashioned wrestling. Sports entertainment, that's right. I am a wrestling geek at heart forever. I got you. But you know what? Like I said, I could talk about this stuff a lot. So I figured I had to split my first Rayma rant up in two. So bear with me, we're gonna talk all about what's going on. So it was a big weekend for all the brands in WWE last weekend. But before I even get to the Royal Rumble, I wanna talk about NXT TakeOver. And that's the night before the main event. And to me, NXT TakeOvers are usually the main event. Honestly, the wrestling is impeccable. And you know, this wasn't one of their best ones, but probably had a possible contender for match of the year. So I think by now everyone knows the results. You know, Riddle beat Ono, no surprise. Baszler retained against Belair. New tag champs, War Raiders, beat Undisputed Era. My boy, Johnny Gargano, winning the North American Championship against Ricochet. And Tommaso Ciampa retaining against Aleister Black in regards to the NXT Championship. So first up, Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno. Was anyone surprised that he beat him 3 times his charm? That feud's over. It's done. It's time to move on to something else for Riddle. And you know what? They're building him. It was kind of a surprise when Drew Gulak came in and they had their face off and they had a match. You don't expect anything. I expected a quick squash. You know, Riddle was gonna win. But honestly, it was a clinic. Crazy match. Super technical and hard hitting. These guys were licking each other. But honestly, I don't think Riddle is ready for a singles championship run just yet. But you know what? Maybe that's why they're pairing him maybe with Gulak. They did stand up and shake hands after the match after Riddle won. And you know what? They do have some history with Indies as former tag champs somewhere. So who knows? That's just my opinion. So I want to talk about the business of the NXT Women's Championship. And you know what? It was no surprise. Baszler won against Belair. I don't think, in my opinion, Belair's ready for that top slot. But they made her look strong, at least in the match, right? They kept her strong, so she can be a future contender again. But I think in order for Baszler to lose that belt, it's going to have to be in a match with multiple women. And I think it's going to be a 4-way because this week, Shirai pinned Baszler in a 6-woman tag match. And it was her, Sane, and Belair going up against 3 of the 4 horsewomen. And of course, Baszler being one of them. And she got the pin, and Belair looked a little jealous. So you got Sane, who's already won, Belair, who wants a rematch, and Shirai, who pinned her. So you know, it's a good way for having multiple women in this series. And also, if Baszler loses, she doesn't have to get pinned, so she still looks strong. Because to me, Baszler is that women's division right now, and I don't see anyone taking it. But I do understand they gotta add that in. So to be honest with you, I don't follow the NXT Tag Team Championship scene too much, but it does make sense War Raiders beating the Undisputed Era. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fan of the Undisputed Era. But I do understand, like I said, dynamics. And who better to beat them than the War Raiders? War Raiders are hot. They came in. Big War Games win. So to be honest, continue the momentum. And these guys are pretty good. For big guys, they're pretty agile. And they match up well with the Undisputed Era. I think they hold it until Mania. And you know what? It's an Undisputed Era, baby. And they're taking the titles back. So I want to talk about the main event scene for NXT. And it involves both men's singles championships, North American and the NXT. And it's looking pretty promising. I'm so happy Gargano won his first singles championship. And nothing against Ricochet, but you know, I love the whole underdog story with Gargano. And he turns to the dark side to win the belt. Kind of similar to something Daniel Bryan's doing? I don't know. But anyways, the whole story, he's got the belt, and nothing against Ricochet. Ricochet is an amazing wrestler, does things in the ring nobody can do, hands down. But it was time for Gargano to hold this belt and have a little run. And it ties in with Ciampa retaining against Black. Now you got this kind of weird bond between frenemies with Ciampa and Gargano both being champs, coming out at the end of the pay-per-view, holding them up, both of them. Symbolic. Sets up the main event scene, because out comes Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Adam Cole, and The Dream. And there's like pushing, shoving match. It sets up Sunday night halftime heat at the Super Bowl. The faces, you guessed it, of The Dream, Black, and Ricochet take out Cole, Ciampa, and Gargano. No surprise there. But it leads into NXT this past week, and what happened was Gargano celebrating in the ring with his belt. Out comes Ciampa, talking his garbage, back and forth. Same thing, I got you to be a champion, a dark side champion, whatever it is. And then out comes The Dream, and The Dream, quote unquote, on Saturday, won a tournament to challenge for any championship he wanted. From the NXT, North American, NXT UK, and 205 Live. But anyways, he challenged Johnny Gargano. So you got three of the major faces in the main event scene, kind of setting up something there. Then in the back, you got a dispute between Cole and Ricochet, and they're like, well, I deserve to be next in line for that North American Championship. So there's kind of a number one contenders match being set up there. So in 2 weeks, it's going to be The Dream against Gargano for the belt, but it was pre-recorded, and over the weekend, that's right, Gargano lost to The Dream. And it kind of happened, Gargano was angry, he attacked him, and he stole the belt. But at the end of the day, The Dream is the champion. And they're not letting that out right now, but that seems to be what it is. So, I don't know why they did Gargano like that, but it is what it is. I understand dynamics, right? But at the end of the day, if they don't win the belts back soon, heading into Mania and after Mania, Ciampa and Gargano are going to hold those belts somehow, some way. And all those characters are going to be in that main event scene of The Dream, Ricochet, Black, and Cole, along with the two champs. NXT main event scene is looking sick, excited, can't wait to see where it goes. So I finally made it through my very first Rayma Rant.
Excellent.
I want to thank y'all for sticking with me through it. I know I talked a lot about wrestling, but I told you, I'm passionate about it. So what did you expect? So, once again, thank y'all for sticking with me through the very first Rayma Rant, and I hope y'all stay tuned for what's coming. But you know what? These are just my opinions, and I'm sure y'all have your own opinions. And maybe you want to share them with me on the Rayma Rant, maybe. So how do you do that? Well, simple. Like, share, or comment. Or you can hit us up at ratednstudios@gmail.com, for our Facebook fan page at ratednstudios Inc., on Instagram at rrayma1, or at ratednstudios. So those are the places you can hit us up and let us know what you think, right? Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, but I ain't gonna know unless you let me know. And now you know. So, until the next one, peace out, beautiful peeps. I'll see you on the next rant.